How embarrassing. I can't believe I forgot it on my first day back. Oh, good morning.
Morning. What are you doing out here?
I got stopped because I forgot my ID. I told them to call Billy at the reception desk, but...
Well, it's been 3 years, so I can't say I'm... All right, I'll go straighten things...
Thanks.
My, you're here early, Dr.
Hey, Dr. Russo. It's been a long time.
Hello, Dr. Blaylock. How was Montgomery
Well, it was certainly challenging.
I have to admit, I was quite envious when I heard that you were going. I mean, who wouldn't want a chance to get in touch with nature?
I heard that you became chief surgeon. Congratulations.
Ah, thank you. Of course, that was 6 months ago.
Sorry, I've been a little out of the loop.
Think nothing of it. I understand completely. After all, you were quite far from civilization. Oh, by the way, Professor Wilkins is expecting you to. He's waiting in his office on the 5th floor.
All right, we'll go see him.
I wonder why they asked you to return, seeing as how you've made little progress on your... This hospital must be busier than I thought. I hope you two live up to your... Well then, if you...
I see he's still as charming as ever.
At least you know what to expect from him. Dr. Wilkins?
Ah, welcome back. I've been waiting for you for quite some time.
Yeah, it took me a while to decide. Have you been bedridden?
This disease can be debilitating, but the symptoms haven't progressed that far just yet. I'm in better spirits than I look. In fact, I even make the rounds occasionally. Of course, that's only for the time being.
What's this disease you're referring to?
Relax, my dear. The symptoms have temporarily subsided. Once I've made the necessary arrangements, I'll explain my situation in greater detail. After all, this is a confidential matter, even within these...
It's a secret?
Yes. You could say that I am both a patient, and for now, I'd like you to resume your... I'm sure Rousseau will find some...
Yeah, I'm sure he will. Well, we'll get to work then. Call if you need anything.
Marcus, you went against my orders and ran off to Alaska, but in the end, you were forced to return here. I won't reproach you, as long as you accept your fate.
Is that what you want me to do?
Indeed.
Hi, Dr. Blaylock.
Oh, hello, Elena.
Yes, I am. I actually just returned from a brief
I need to hurry up and get back into the swing of things here. But it's hard because there are so many new faces.
Valerie, are you in? We've got an operation to perform.
Are you serious?
Russo took the liberty of volunteering. Nice guy, huh? I have a feeling this is just a taste.
All right, I'll go prep. Elena, can you assist?
Definitely. I'll start setting up immediately. Allow me to begin the briefing for today's...
Oh, am I making you nervous?
Please continue, Elena.
The patient is suffering from a putrefactive lung abscess due to Staphylococcus aureus. Both the X-rays as well as the CAT scan support this diagnosis. You have two objectives for this operation. Look for a shadow using the ultrasound, make an incision, and drain the pus. And of course, excise the tumor that's causing the problem.
Is there anything you'd like to add, Dr.
Oh no, I'll merely be observing.
We'll try not to disappoint you.
Well then, let's start the procedure.
We'll show Dr. Rousseau why we're here.
It's festering. We need to drain the...
Otherwise, it could lead to inflammation.
It looks like there's a tumor. I recommend the Powell procedure. It may begin to fester once the tumor's been removed. We need to drain the pus before treating the affected. Doctor, it's becoming inflamed. I think you should inject some anti-inflammatory.
so far, but according to the diagnostics, the effect... We need to use the magnification tool to take a closer look.
Looks like the diagnostics were correct. We've got more work to do.
Well done, Doctor. Don't forget to treat the affected area. That seems to be the last one. His vitals... Now let's close him up. Looks like the...
Well, Dr. Vaughn.
Surprised?
Well, you could have suffered from frostbite. Ah, yes. I must explain our new post-op procedure. Things have changed since you left. The chart needs to be submitted to the clerks on the second floor, and surgeons are required to attend a case review session every 2. However, we won't be needing you there just yet. Well then.
Thank you. We'll be implanting a pacemaker?
Yes. You'll be performing an exchange operation to upgrade the one currently inside the... You'll also be performing the pre-op examination on...
Why us and not a cardiologist?
Because I believe you two are better suited to perform the procedure. A team of specialists will be available to assist you.
It seems they're expecting a lot from us, but you wouldn't know it by the way the staff...
This can be considered as a preparation phase for the... An appropriate pacemaker has already been... So you'll be implanting the same type I'm currently...
The same pacemaker you're using?
Are you sure it's not gonna hurt?
You'll be fast asleep the entire time. It'll be over before...
But what if I wake up?
I promise that won't happen. The medicine will keep you asleep, no matter...
If it's gonna keep me asleep, then how will I wake up?
Well, you'll wake up because you'll get hungry.
Chloe, you heard that your heart isn't doing... Right now you're okay because doctors put a machine in you that helps your heart. But we found out that machine isn't working like it should. So if we don't put in a new machine, your chest is going to hurt. You don't want your chest to hurt.
No.
All right then, the operation is going to be tomorrow. Let's both do our best.
Come on, Chloe. Let's go back. Don't worry. There's nothing to be scared about.
Opening up a child's chest for the second time. As a doctor, I know I shouldn't be fazed by it, but...
This operation has nothing to do with the professor's orders. Let's just concentrate on doing our best for that.
I'm not lying. It really hurts. Come on, there must be something you can...
I'm sorry, but we didn't find anything wrong when we examined.
That medication I used before seemed to help. How about some more of that?
As I said before, I can't write you a prescription. Dr. Vaughn, can...
Me, Dr. Chen?
He won't listen to reason. And I refuse to write him a prescription. He's just pretending to be in pain because he's addicted to...
What? Are you Forget it!
What does he think this is? He was wandering around, so I offered to help him. The first thing he...
How did he get in?
I don't know, but I should report. By the way, Dr. Vaughn, I heard that you're conducting a pacemaker.
That's right. Since I'm the new guy, I have no choice.
I suppose that's true. If all goes well, I'd like to...
I'll do my best to live up to those
Let's begin the conference for little Chloe.
Please do.
Your objective for this operation is to replace the patient's pacemaker. First, you'll have to stop the old pacemaker. This operation will require great precision. Please proceed with the...
Of course.
She's only a child, so even a small...
It's true.
Well, good luck, you two.
I'm ready to begin the
Today, we'll be replacing the patient...
If I remember correctly, it's the same model as the
Oh, really? Well, let's have a look.
First, we need to stop her Please be careful, Doctor. Okay, good job. Look... Doctor, the patient's going into cardiac arrest.
We can't use the defibrillator because of her pacemaker.
We'll have to massage the heart by hand.
Wait for the hands to overlap, then press the A and B buttons simultaneously. Doctor, that's right, just like that. Thank goodness, the patient has recovered.
But we can't relax until we've completed the operation.
There's a chance she'll go into cardiac arrest again, so keep an eye on the electrocardiogram. If that does occur, then we need to massage her heart immediately.
Understood. Well, use the antibiotic gel to disinfect. Cut the lead attached to the heart, and watch out for hemorrhaging. The EKG! Please be careful! Her heart's fibrillating. Stop the procedure! She's going into cardiac arrest! We've got to do something! We have a pulse. Let's continue the procedure. Now that you've cut the lead, hurry up and remove the lead before more blood collects. Now, place the lead on the tray and suture the slit where it was inserted.
False alarm. Let's continue.
Okay, now it looks like you got all the blood. Now, quickly remove the lead. Please place the lead on the tray, and don't forget to suture the slit where it was inserted.
You're putting the patient's...
The doc bringing them up, Dr. Both.
Today,
If I remember...
Oh, really? Well, let's have a look.
first, please be careful, Doctor. Okay, good job. Doctor,
We can't use the defibrillator.
We'll have to massage the heart by hand.
wait for the hands to overlap, then press... That's right, just like that. Thank goodness. The patient...
But we can't relax.
There's a chance she'll... If that does occur, then we need to massage her heart.
Understood. Use the antibiotic gel to disinfect and cut the lead attached to the heart. Now that you've cut the lead, hurry up and remove the lead before... Now, place the lead on the tray and suture the slit where it was inserted. Her heart's fibrillating. Stop the procedure.
You're putting the patient's life at risk. Step aside.
Bringing Dr. Vaughn, both.
Today,
If I remember.
Oh, really? Well, let's have a look.
first, please be careful, Doctor. Okay.
Doctor,
We can't use it.
We'll have to massage the heart by hand.
Wait for the hand. That's right. Just like that. Thank goodness.
But we can't relax and.
There's a chance she'll go into if that does occur.
Understood. Use the antibiotic gel to cut the lead attached. Now that you've cut the lead, please drain the blood. Hurry up and remove the lead before more blood. Now, place
the EKG. Please be careful.
False alarm. Let's continue.
Her heart's fibrillating. Stop the procedure. She's going into cardiac arrest. We've got to do something.
We have a pulse. Let's cut the lead attached to the heart and watch out for hemorrhaging. Okay, now drain the blood. Looks like you got all the blood. Now, please place the lead on the tray. And don't forget to suture the slit with...
I was worried there for a second. Let's continue the procedure.
You're putting the patient's life at risk.
The doctor's failure haunted them both. Bringing them Dr. Vaughn and Dr. Blaylock. Two both left.
Today, we'll be replacing the patient's pacemaker.
If I remember correctly.
Oh, really? Well, let's have a look.
First, please be careful, Doctor. Okay, good job.
Doctor, the patient...
We can't...
We'll have to massage the heart by hand.
Wait for the hands to...
That's right. Just like that.
But we can't relax until we've completed.
There's a chance she'll go into cardiac. If that does occur...
Understood. Use the antibiotic gel to cut the lead attached. Now that you've cut the lead, hurry up and remove the lead. Now, place the lead on the tray and suture. Cut the lead attached. Okay. Now, looks like you got all the blood. Please place the lead.
Her heart's fibrillating. Stop the procedure.
You're putting the patient's...
The bringing
Today,
If I remember correctly, it's the same model as the.
Oh, really? Well, let's have a look.
Please be careful, Doctor. Okay.
Doctor, the patient.
We can't
We'll have to massage the heart by hand.
Wait for the hands to open.
That's right. Just like that. Thank goodness.
But we can't rely.
There's a chance she'll go. If that does,
Understood. Use the antibiotic gel. Cut the lead attached to the... Now that you've cut the lead, hurry up and remove the... Now, place the lead on the tray.
The EKG. Please be careful. Her heart's fibrillating. Stop the procedure. She's going into cardiac arrest. We've got to do something. Concentrate. Your timing's still off.
We have a pulse. Let's continue to cut the lead attached to the... Okay. Now it looks like you got all the blood. You need to pull in the direction that the lead is facing.
You're putting the
Bring Doc.
Today,
If I remember.
oh really? Well, let's have a look.
first, please be careful, Doctor. Okay, good job.
Doctor,
We can't use the...
We'll have to massage the heart by hand.
wait for the hands.
That's right. Just like that. Thank goodness.
But we can't.
There's a chance she'll... If that does...
Understood. Use the cut the lead attack. Now that you've cut the lead, hurry up and remove the lead before... Now, place the lead on the tray and suture the slit where it would cut the lead attack. Okay, looks like you got all the blood. Now, quickly remove the lead.
Her heart's fibrillating. Stop the procedure.
You're putting the patient.
Bring Doc.
Today,
If I remember.
Oh really? Well, let's have a look.
first, please be careful, Doctor.
Doctor,
We can't...
We'll have to massage the heart by hand.
wait for the hands to overlap. Doctor, your time...
That's right. Just like that. Thank
But
goodness.
we can't relax it.
There's a chance... If that...
Understood. Use the cut the lead attached to the heart. Now that you've cut the lead, hurry up and remove... Now, place the lead on the tray. Cut the lead attached to the heart.
The EKG. Please be careful. Her heart's fibrillating. Stop the procedure. She's going into cardiac arrest. We've got to do something.
We have a pulse. Let's continue the procedure. Okay. Looks like you got all... Please place the lead on the tray. Please treat the remaining wounds.
You're putting the.
Bringing Doc.
Today,
If I remember.
Oh really? Well, let's have a look.
first, please be careful, Doctor. Okay.
Doctor,
We can't use...
We'll have to massage the heart by hand.
wait for the hand.
That's right. Just like that. Thank goodness.
But we can't relax.
There's a chance if that does occur.
Understood. Use the anti-cut the lead attack. Now that you've cut, hurry up and remove. Now, place the lead on the tray and suture the slit where cut the lead attached to the heart. Okay. Looks like you.
The EKG. Please be careful. Her heart's fibrillating. Stop the procedure. She's going to die.
Let's continue. Please place the lead on the tray. Please treat the remaining wounds. Now would you please place the old device on the tray?
You're putting the
The doc. Bring it, Doc. Oh.
Today,
If I remember
Oh, really? Well, let's have a look.
first, please be careful, Doctor.
Doctor, we
we'll have to massage the heart by hand.
wait for the hand.
That's right. Just like that. Thank goodness.
But we can't relax.
There's a chance if that does.
Understood. Use the cut the lead attached to. Now that you've cut the lead, hurry up and remove the lead before more blood collects. Cut the lead attached to the heart and watch out for hemorrhaging.
Her heart's fibrillating. Stop the procedure. She's going into car. Doctor, your timing's off. Wait until the hands are overlapping.
We have a pulse. Doctor, a lot of blood has collected. Please drain it. Now, place the lead on the tray and suture the slit where it was in.
False alarm. Let's continue.
Okay, now it looks like you got all the blood. Now, quickly remove the lead. Please drain the blood before you go any further. Please place the lead on the tray. And don't forget to suture the slit where it was inserted. Please treat the remaining wounds. Now would you please place the old device on the... I'll get the new paper. You can place it in the same spot as the old... Next, attach the leads to the device.
I was worried there for a second.
The first lead is ready. Now, use the ultrasound to find... Both leads are attached to the device. Now use the ultrasound to find incision points. Now that you've found the right spot, that's where the second one goes. Please make a small incision. Let's drain the blood before... It may hemorrhage again. Let's suture the slit before it hemorrhages again. That's it for this one. Just follow the same steps for the other lead. We can't let too much blood... Okay. Remember to huh?
We were almost done, too. All right, let's massage the heart.
Okay, now, cross your... Let's activate the pacemaker.
Good. It's working properly.
That's great news. So all we need to do is close her up and we'll be finished. Looks like the operation was well done, Doctor.
Chloe, this is called an X-ray. This is the machine we put inside you during the operation.
Wow, cool.
It runs on electricity, so there are a few... Elena will explain the rules to you, so...
Did you see it? Isn't it?
Yes, it certainly is. But don't get carried away. Now the pacemaker that's inside your chest, and it's going to be with you for the rest.
This is ridiculous. How long am I gonna have to wait? Excuse me, miss?
Oh, are you here to visit a family member?
No, that's not why I have an appointment with Dr. Rousseau, the chief, but no one's been able to get my mess.
If that's the case, then let me call for his secretary.
I'm sorry to inconvenience you. You're a doctor here, aren't you?
Yes, my name is Valerie Blake.
Is Professor Wilkins busy? I was hoping I might get a chance.
Yes, he's very busy. I rarely see...
Well, I guess it can't be helped. But you must be Dr. Rousseau's My name is Irene Quattro. I'm...
The organization under the direct control of Health and Human Service.
Thank you very much for your help today.
Hey, Marcus. It's already been 10 days, and he still hasn't told us about his condition.
I'm sure he hasn't forgotten. He must have his reasons.
He sure is taking his time, considering the trouble he went to bring us back. Oh, by the way, this morning I met someone that was here to see Rousseau. I was surprised when she introduced herself. Take a guess who...
His mistress?
Very funny. Come on, be serious.
I know him better than you do.
Well, it turns out she's the director of Caduceus. She oversees all of the medical research institutions.
She's from Caduceus?
Actually, she seemed more interested in speaking with Professor Wilkins. I wonder how she knows about him. Isn't it strange?
It sounds like trouble, if you ask me.
Dr. Vaughn! Dr. Blaylock!
What's the matter, Elena?
3 people were hit by a car.
Dr. Rousseau began treating the one who was in the worst state, but he left to treat a different patient and ordered you two to take the ones in critical...
We can't afford to waste any time. His life's in jeopardy.
The patient is Ricardo Garcia, a 35-year-old male. He has injuries to the abdomen, including a few broken ribs.
This doesn't look good.
In this operation, we have several... We need to treat his lacerations, repair his broken ribs, and...
This will be a difficult operation. No one...
Well, I'm sure we can handle...
We've analyzed his blood type and done the necessary... We've also got an ample supply of blood on hand. All you...
I'm ready to start the
Doctor, hurry! The patient's gone into cardiac arrest. We need to use the defibrillator.
All right, we have a pulse.
His spleen's in back.
We'll have to retrieve the bone fragment.
We won't be able to suture that big of a wound. We'll have to close it first with the forceps.
Now pinch one... Doctor, please be more... Okay, now hurry up and suture. That takes care of the largest wound. But don't forget about the others. progress with the bone fragments, but the spleen requires immediate treatment. Looks like you got...
Now that we've taken care of the wounds, we can reassemble the bone fragments.
So far, so good. We're almost done.
What? But that was. Don't tell me we missed a fragment.
This isn't good. We'll have to use the defibrillator.
Was that hemorrhagic shock? His spleen was bleeding pretty heavily. Is that it? No wonder we missed it. Okay, Doctor, you know what to do. Be sure to keep an eye on his vitals, though. We've got all the pieces now, but please treat his remaining wounds first.
All right, let's place the last bone fragment.
All the pieces are in place. Let's cement them together with antibiotic gel. Well, that complete. Please close him up. It was an unexpected operation, but well done.
I see that you are both quite skilled.
I'm sorry, you are?
I'm Irene Quattro from Caduceus. I heard there was an emergency, so I changed into my surgical gown.
Valerie, is this the woman you were telling?
Thank you, ma'am. It's an honor to receive.
A doctor with a healing touch. It's been a while since I've been surprised. If the opportunity arises,
I'd be glad to show you.
This is an impressive hospital. I hope that we meet again.
I don't think it was good for her to have seen that.
What do you mean, Margaret?
Thank you. We were told he wouldn't make it.
I just did my best, Mrs. Considering his injuries, he must have an angel looking over his...
I don't know how we'll ever repay you. Thank you so much.
There's no need for tears. Now, let's discuss his future treatment.
Oh, as long as he's in your hands.
Oh, it's you, Vaughn.
Marcus, he's...
It's not worth getting upset over. The patient is all right, that's all. Professor Wilkins has asked to see us.
I suppose you're right.
Dr. Rousseau?
Oh, no, it's nothing. Please come with me, Mrs. Garcia. Let's go see how your husband is faring.
So, I heard that Rousseau took credit. You must be disappointed.
I'm just glad the patient's okay.
He's an excellent doctor, although rather shrewd, and I would never trust him to operate. That's why I summoned you here, Marcus.
I didn't want to come back.
I'm aware of that. Regardless, we'll meet tomorrow. The procedure is scheduled for 4 days from now.
Okay.
So,
I led you all to believe that I was suffering from a chronic heart, but now that my preparations are complete,
Dr. Rousseau is on the team too?
Yeah, but he won't be operating.
what I am asking you all to do is treat and... Yes, I'm asking you to
an unknown disease?
By certain means, I received a mouse with an unprecedented... It was a pathogen, born as a result of gene-related... I isolated it, analyzed it, and became deeply interested in it. It was such a unique...
Curiosity.
Dr. Vaughn?
Never mind.
As a member of the medical community, I immediately realized, and so I began. But before I could complete my its communicability between animals.
It's a tragedy for us all, Professor.
What was the means of
It's too late to ascertain now. But it must have occurred while I may have accidentally pricked myself with a needle. My hands aren't. I don't believe it is highly communicable. But one thing is for certain.
And what about your condition? You see...
I do have some data which I collected during my... It's dormant at the moment, but it becomes active when the carrier experiences stress. Its invasiveness, and it's at least as serious, if not worse, than an acute virus or a
So this operation must be performed.
That's why you selected us.
Yes, it is a new disease. No medication or vaccine. Extraction is the...
Dr. Vaughn, this is a...
Indeed. This disease manifests itself. I've tentatively named it We will refer to it by this name for now. I will also grant you access to my research data, but you are only permitted to read.
Infected accidentally? That's not its nature. The professor's hiding something.
Foregoing your meditation, don't allow this disease to trouble you. Just accept that it's beyond.
Should someone with your condition be up at this hour?
I have one more favor. That's why I'm here.
I'll save your life. What more do you want?
If for some reason the operation, then I want you to destroy.
What?
This is to be my research, and mine alone. Whether or not the operation... You should have no objection. After all, wasn't it your wish 3 years ago? Well then,
I've taken a look at the data, but
That makes two of us.
the pathogen's mobility is simply who knows what kind of damage it's... Based on the data, it's unlikely that medication will be effective.
Burn it with the laser. That's the only...
Has there been any change in the professor's...
He's still stable. He should have enough...
If the professor's data is accurate, then mistakes cannot be made.
Relax. We've got it under...
An unknown pathogen.
We're ready to begin. Based on what we know, we expect that stigma will become active once... Please be extremely careful. Lacerations, but we didn't see...
Are you suggesting that the pathogen did this within the...
We need to suture the wounds immediately and try to prevent any further damage.
Well done, Doctor. But please keep an eye out for the pathogen. There it is.
My God.
All right, let's do this. Get the laser ready.
It's working. Keep using the laser.
It's tearing up his insides. I can't believe this.
It's still active. Keep using the laser. We did it! Stigma's gone.
Marvelous!
Wait, he's not stabilizing.
Stigma again. But how? His vitals are dropping. You have to suture the wounds or they'll hemorrhage. You may need to hit it more than once. One down, one to go. Again? They fused to...
Well, it can't have changed that much. The laser should still work.
The laser seems to be working. Hurry up and suture those lacerations before it causes more damage.
Vitals have dropped? I'll stop it.
Is that it? His vitals are still. Let's close him up.
That was truly a menacing organism. I must begin analyzing the data immediately.
Congrats.
It was my responsibility.
Is something wrong?
No, nothing.
I'm glad his body withstood the operation. At this rate, still, that was a dawn.
I can't believe that such a disease exists and that we were able.
I hope this is the last we see of it.
I must say, this stigma, doctors around the world will be.
Oh, he's awake.
Professor, can you hear me?
Yes.
The operation was a success, and your heart is functioning.
It was a complicated procedure, but being operated on while you still had your strength.
Well, Professor, congratulations on the success.
Thank you.
That stigma is quite a I never imagined such an insidious. It amazes me each time I.
Recording? Rousseau, I thought I only gave you permission to read through the...
Yes, that's true. I thought.
My orders are or are you scheming to steal?
Don't be silly, Professor.
I want everything in this room. That includes... I won't have them where I...
Professor, please.
Dr. Rousseau, can't whatever you have to discuss with Professor Wilkins...
Yes, well then, please.
Please. I'd like to be alone for a while. Don't worry.
Then we'll return later to explain your status.
Yes.
We don't have a sample or any data. So how do you intend to study stigma, Mark?
Are you just going to pretend it doesn't exist?
No self-respecting doctor would admit the existence of such a thing, outside of a...
That's only because they lack the knowledge.
Oh, really?
Do you recall the incident that occurred 10 years? A deadly man-made infectious disease spread throughout. It was known as guilt.
Now that you mention it, is there a connection between...
Most likely not. The professor has already tested that. It had absolutely no...
I guess I can see why Rousseau's so intrigued. If he was the one to announce it to the world, he'd become the most renowned...
Dr. Vaughn, Dr. Blaylock?
Aren't these Rousseau's...
Yes.
Looks like I better get used to being...
It seems Professor Wilkins is on the road to...
But how long will it take for him to
The professor's a lot tougher than he looked.
Dr. Rousseau must be hoping he resigns, or at least...
I heard another hospital has been courting him as well.
Perhaps he's going to take up a position as a lecturer.
He's the talk of the entire...
Oh, but he's not the only...
Meaning what?
I've heard from more than one source that someone will be paying you two a visit. Maybe Professor to be Rousseau.
That's not really my idea.
Well, hopefully tomorrow won't be as stressful.
What about the professor's chart?
He's been updating them himself. It is tough. Speak of the devil. I wonder what
He didn't mention anything to me. Is that the fire alarm?
Something must have happened. We better go check on the professor. Oh no!
That man's on fire! We have to help!
Be careful!
Drop to the floor! Valerie, isn't there a fire
Doctor, stand...
Quick thinking of someone.
Russo!
And then... Hang in there!
He's been badly burned. I'll get something to Thank you, Elena. Get the...
The patient is suffering from burns. Some of them are 3rd degree. The burned area covers over 20% of his... We'll have to use... I suggest that we transplant skin from the right half of his body.
If we can't use synthetic skin, then that...
If we inject culture fluids, we'll be...
Since we'll be working on 3rd degree burns, I've said this already, but he's in...
I'm ready to begin.
These burns are pretty severe. We'll have to remove skin from elsewhere before...
All right, I'll get the culture. You'll have to inject it into the right side of his body, where the skin isn't burned. The culture is taking effect.
Vitals have dropped?
Please use the scalpel to remove a
Once we're ready...
You'll most likely need... Let's look for other unburnt areas.
The most severe burns have already turned black. We'll need to excise this necrotic tissue.
Are you prepared to begin debridement? Please inject it directly into the blackened tissue. The coolant seems to be working. Now, use the scalpel to excise the dead tissue. The affected area is bleeding heavily. Hurry up and drain it. You can place the excised now. Please try to place the donor skin before the wound hem. The area's been debrided. It looks like this area is going to need more than one piece of tissue. The burned area. We're done with this area. Let's go on to another burn. Drain the blood first. Then, prepare another piece of tissue for grafting.
Vitals have dropped? Through. Keep it up.
You have to inject the culture fluid into a part that hasn't been burned.
There's not much time.
The coolant won't be effective unless you inject it directly into the blackened area.
Almost done.
We have to hurry. I'll stop it.
What are you doing?
He's burnt. We'll have to remove.
Alright, you'll have to inject it. We need to collect donor skin first. Please inject the culture. The culture is taking effect. You have to inject the culture fluid into a part that hasn't been. Once you'll most likely. Let's look for.
The most of. We'll need to.
Are you? Please inject it directly into the blackened tissue. The coolant seems to be working. Now, use the scalpel to excise the dead tissue. You can place the area's been now. Please try to place the donor skin before the wound. It looks like this area is going to need more than one piece of tissue. We've covered and we're done with this area. Let's go on to another burn. Drain the blood first. Then, prepare another piece of tissue for grafting. You can't keep moving a piece of donor skin around. We'll have to get another piece. Won't be effective unless you inject it directly into the blackened area.
Halfway through. Keep it up. much time.
The professor's office is nothing but ashes. Fortunately, no one seems to have been inside, but the professor's whereabouts are unknown, and we have reason to believe the data. According to what Russo said, the professor seems to have been kidnapped. What did the detectives ask you?
Same things they asked you. What did I see when I arrived at the scene? Did I notice anything suspicious? Oh, they also asked about the professor's condition. I didn't say anything about stigma. They wouldn't understand anyway.
I can't believe he was kidnapped. What's their motive? They obviously want more than just a ransom.
What's gonna happen to this hospital? The media's gonna be all over this incident.
Dr. Blaylock, Dr. Vaughn, there's someone here to see you.
If it's another investigator, then forget it.
Actually, it's the director of Caduceus.
What?
Long time no see. Regarding what happened the other day.
Thanks.
How can...
It's a little complicated. After seeing the two of you, I negotiated with the hospital to have you both
You're recruiting us?
That was the plan, but...
So what does that mean?
Dr. Vaughn, Dr. by the authority of the federal government, I hereby order your immediate transfer to Caduceus.
The authority of the federal...
The decision was made based on the research we believe Professor Wilkins was. As skilled doctors and we require your expertise. We'll do our best to accommodate any staff member.
I can't believe it. We're going...